Hello and welcome, this is Mouse Gunner, and I'm finally back with some more BattleTech. This is going to be a brand new series covering the just released DLC Flashpoint. There was also a free update that was launched at the same time as the DLC, some of the features of which we're going to be seeing through the course of this campaign because I'm going to be focusing on some of the things that were added. Now, one of the things that I'm excited for is the addition of new mechs. And two of the three mechs that were added were ones that I put on my old list of mechs I want to be added into the game. And that is the Hatchetmen. Let's see if we can find that in all this list. It should be a 45. Yeah, here we go. The Hatchetmen as one of the mechs that was added in. Another one is the Crab. I really like this mech, so I'm excited for this one. And then the third one is the Cyclops, which is a heavy mech. No, I'm sorry, it's an assault mech. And let's see if we can find that. I think this is it here. So those are the three new mechs that have been added into the game that we can look forward to seeing. Now, because I've already played through the campaign mode, I'm going to be focusing on the new game mode, Career. What this is going to do is it's going to randomize our start, and we're not going to have the story missions to rely on. There is quite a bit of rewards from those story missions. You get a lot of pay and what have you, and we're not going to have that to rely on, unfortunately. So let's go ahead and jump in here. I don't think I'm going to be really changing any of the default settings outside of removing Iron Man mode, which just makes things easier for me from a recording standpoint, because if anything goes wrong and I lose an episode, I can recover to a previous save file without having to really worry about it. So that's pretty important for me. That's why I'm turning it off. Other than that, I don't think I'm going to really change anything. I'm tempted to increase the difficulty, but what this states it does is it increases the weight of the mechs you're going to be facing, and an emphasis of this new DLC is on lighter mechs. So I don't really want to do that. I want to be experiencing the more lighter mech combat, and I don't want to be increasing the weight of my enemies, because then that means the salvage I'll be getting is mostly heavier mechs as well. So don't really want to do that. I think I'm just going to experience everything as kind of the default settings. I mean, we could increase our payments and things like that, but I'm not going to do that. We're just going to go ahead with everything as default. I'm actually really curious what the start is going to look like as far as, well, where we're even going to start. As far as I understand, the starting location is going to be randomized. And also, the pilots that you start with, I'm actually curious, are the mechs going to be randomized as well? Or are we going to have the same standard setup that we've had in the past, which would be, what, a Blackjack, a Shadowhawk, a Spider, and maybe a Vindicator? I'm trying to remember everything. Okay, here we go, generating portraits. Okay, so it looks like we're going to have the same kind of choices to set up our character, although we're not getting maybe the same interface. So we get to pick where we're from. We don't know where we're going to end up. Last time I was from the Free Worlds League. And considering that this is going to be more about lighter mechs, perhaps, I think I'm going to be from the Capellan Confederation. So what is our start? Your family went bankrupt. Your family died in an accident. Your family was betrayed. You were exiled. You struck out on your own. I don't remember what I chose before. I think I chose you struck out on your own. Let's go with our family. Family was bankrupt is almost kind of appropriate, but you know what? Let's go with family was betrayed. That's a little bit more interesting, perhaps. And what was our background? What did we do after we left? So, in this case, I was the coalition soldier. I find it interesting that we would still have this choice, despite the fact that we no longer are really doing the story missions. So, you could be a pirate, a merchant guard, intersphere mercenary, Solaris gladiator. You know, let's go with the frontier pirate. That sounds exciting. Oh, I forgot. It affects your stats. Gunnery and Guts is fine. What else we got? Gunnery, Frontier, Tactics. Merchant Guard piloting. Is that the only one that gives us piloting? Is the Merchant Guard? Yeah, it looks like it. Now, piloting, in my opinion, would be pretty important if we're going to be running lighter mechs. Now, I do know that they rebound some elements of the game, and I am also excited to look into what that's all going to mean. But in this case, I think I'm going to go with the Tactics Guts. You are exiled. Yeah. Just seeing what kind of stats we can get out of this. Piloting Guts. I'm still going to go with Betrayed here. So, Betrayed, Merchant Guard, the Capellan Confederation. So, that's what we're going to go with. Let's hit confirm. Oh, we want to definitely change my name and appearance here. So, Mech Warrior Call Sign. We're going to be called Mouse. I'm not going to be changing my actual name or anything. First name, Mouse. Last name, Gunner. Actually, let's actually just be called Mouse Gunner. There we go. And then I am not a she. I am a he. I definitely want to customize my appearance. But I think what face you pick... I mean, this was the face I was last time, and this kind of does look like me. But the question is, what kind of beards can we do? The facial hair. Can I have that nice, big, bushy beard like what we saw? Or, because we're getting into the winter months here. Outside, I have quite a bit of snow. There we go. So, yeah, big, bushy beard. I think that's appropriate. Hairstyle. What are we going to go with? That's a nice, greasy look there. You know what? I'm going to go with this. We're going to have like a kind of more experienced look here. And our expression. But we were betrayed, so we gotta go with a more sad face, right? Let's see if we can find a... That's kind of sad there. Everything else... Probably fine. Clothing. Let's see. We'll go with something like that. I might go with the same kind of, oh, we can change the camera angle. That's something I don't think I did before. There, we'll minimize the angle on that bald spot. We can do funny lighting. Yeah, sure, we'll go with that. Yeah, I'm alright with the hair color. Not sure if I'm seeing really the difference in the hair tip thing. Alright, this is all fine. Let's save it on up. And save. Okay, I think we're more or less good to go. Let's confirm. Okay, a mercenary's career. You have everything an industrious mercenary commander could want. A crew of talented misfits, a lance of ancient battle mechs, and a derelict cargo ship to call home. It's one thing to finish a mission in one piece, more or less, but it's another to keep your mech warriors happy and healthy, your mechs patched up and ready for action, and your balance sheet firmly in the black. As rumors of another war of succession intensify, the Mercenary Review Board announces new evaluation protocols to assess the mercenary companies of the periphery with a score. Okay, so we start with the Argo. And let's take a look at what we got. So first things first, we're going to want to go to the barracks, see who our pilots are. Now, it's been a little while since I've played, so yeah, definitely the pilots are different. We've got Revere here, who is looking more towards guts. Truck seems to be the most experienced of our mech warriors so far. with 3443. Nobody has any actual skills, it doesn't look like. I just start with a little bit of experience that we can spend. Nobody else seemingly does. So 2232. So Mothman's about the same as Revere. And then Gnarly. Well, hey, you look kind of gnarly. Okay. That would be like, I guess, our second most experienced pilot after Truck. All right. I'm not sure how I'm going to push my pilot just yet. I am curious, though. Guts in particular, Bulwark. Cover and guarded states both provide 40% damage. So they changed the damage reduction. It used to be 50%, if I remember correctly. Rather than 20%. Yeah, okay. So 20% is the cover and 40% is guarded. I think I'm understanding that. Oh, they combine. Interesting. So 40% for guarded, 20% for cover, or is it the other way around? Well, I guess we'll find out, but they've definitely changed the way this, and this is the one I expected to see different. Piloting, sure footing. Evasion charge. Okay. If the move is not a sprint, jump, or charge, mech also gains entrenched. Okay, so that's definitely new. So that's 50% stability damage reduction. So as long as we walk, we get that. Ace pilot it. That hasn't changed. Breaching shot. This hasn't changed as well. So depending on how good this is, this may not be as good as it once was, because this used to be a must. Like, pretty much, the builds that used to be a must were breaching shot and bulwark. Almost all of your pilots should be set up that way, at least the way the game used to work. I know they rebalanced this, so I have to see. This looks different as well. We've got coolant vent. This unit will remove 50 extra heat this round. For the next 3 rounds, this unit will gain an extra 8 heat. Okay. So it's kind of a way to vent heat, but then you also get more heat in future rounds. So it's kind of like a short-term burst cooldown. Okay. But it does have consequences. Multi-target seems to be the same. Sensor lock. From what I'm reading here, it also is the same. Yeah. So this is still probably important. Okay. Yeah. So this line has not changed at all. This line has changed the most, so Guts has changed dramatically. This hasn't changed at all. Gunnery is the same. And this has changed a little bit with this one being the main change, although it's only a slight change from what I'm seeing. All right, so yeah, pretty interesting. Again, I want to see what our mechs are, though. I want to see how randomized that is. It is looking so far to be the same, perhaps. Although we do start with a Commander on a Panther. That's different. And we don't have a Blackjack. So yeah, this is a little different. We don't have a Shadowhawk. So I would say lighter mechs on average, because these are all light except this guy. Very interesting. So, in this early stage of the game, maneuvering is going to be pretty important. Well, you guys know, if you saw my previous series, that I like a run-and-gun style of play. I do like playing with lighter mechs, so this is not a bad start. Now, is this the standard Vindicator? Got a medium laser, a PPC, a small laser. Yeah, it sure looks like it. I want to see in storage what we got. So components would be the main thing. So we have no extra components, so we cannot do any customization at the moment. We only have 980,000 in the bank. All right, let's go ahead and go back into the MechWarrior screen here then. So usually speaking, what I like to have run is I like to have one scout, and I like to have somebody that's usually like a support pilot, what I would call them. So somebody that's good in gunnery skill. Now, I don't have anybody that's a standout for any of those things. We could probably push Gnarly into the scout role because she has the tactics. I could go into the scout role as well, although I'm down on tactics. But I have the experience that I could push that way. I'm thinking I may even end up going with the same kind of playstyle my pilot had last time, which was a run and gun style. And getting that more evasion, even though in the previous way that the game worked, evasion wasn't as valuable as bulwark was. Or having guarded status, I should say. We could just go gunnery skill. As a matter of fact, I could go gunnery skill, piloting skill. This gets me more health, which at this stage of the game probably doesn't matter as much. I mean, it may, but I think I'm going to go with this. Gunnery piloting. And we'll see what we can do with that. All right, let's confirm.
Training confirmed, Commander.
All right, so we can do ship upgrades, but unfortunately I don't think we can really afford any of it. Looks like we have the same kind of conversations that we could do before. These are probably more... Yeah, I mean, considering we're not playing story mode, I don't know if I really care about stuff like that. But let's see what the ship upgrades, if there are any we can even afford. So 90,000, that's not too bad. I'm going to guess a lot of the randomized events are still going to happen. Okay, that's 90,000 as well. This is pretty expensive, so we probably can't do that. Got a med bay, recreation, so structure and power systems, fairly cheap. This is not really going to give me anything right away, but it'll allow me to upgrade things later. It's only going to be 10 days though. Let's see where we are. So, star map. Okay, so we are in neutral space. And it does appear that we can go anywhere, which is good. All right. Well, we might as well take a look at contracts of where we are. I mean, the difficulty's low, probably perfect for where we're at the moment. Yeah, okay. Let's take a look at the contracts. Oh, not the hiring hall, contracts. See, this is me being forgetting where things are. Come on, game, you can do it. There we go. All right, so we definitely want to work towards a relationship with somebody rather than nobody. But the key thing is it has to be actually in the system that we're in. Which it appears none of these are travel contracts. Not that I see. Okay, well, we've got this one, which is a half skull. And what style is it? It's a Badlands. We've got a couple one skull missions. Oh, we do have a time limit. That's interesting. Just now checking that. We have 1,200 days remaining. All right. Well, I definitely think we should probably do mopping up. It's a low difficulty mission. Let's see what it says. After a recent skirmish with our forces, the surviving units of a pirate lance escaped the battlefield. So we're fighting pirates. That shouldn't affect any relationship with any of the other factions. We believe that they managed to partially repair their mechs, and that means they're loose end of the compelling Federation would like to see tied off permanently. Track down these survivors and finish them off for good. Okay, so a partial lance of mechs, that's what they're saying anyway, and it sounds like that they're damaged. So that sounds all good. Let's just take a real quick look. I'm gonna do that one, but take a real quick look at what all we've got. So we've got the 1B. Unfortunately, that's the commando that I am not as big of a fan of. I prefer the standard variant, which I think is like, what, the 2DA or something like that? Or 2D, maybe? I forget. A standard spider, but I don't think there are any variants in this game. I mean, you can make one, but... Okay, and then your standard Panther, which again, I'm not sure there are any alternate variants of the Panther. Okay, and then the Jenner. All right. Now, usually what I like to do with the Jenner is remove that SRM4. But we can't afford to have it down, so who would we take in? I think we take the Jenner, the Commando, the Panther, and the Vindicator. The Spider, no, because it doesn't have enough firepower, in my opinion. It's got the best mobility here, but the Jenner is pretty close, so that's good enough. All right, let's go ahead and do this. I mean, I could check the store just to see if there's anything really enticing. But at this stage of the game, I'm not sure we could really afford much of anything. Nor am I seeing anything that's all that sexy, so... Yeah, I mean, we could buy a blackjack in here, but it would take 3 parts. And the one setting that I think was default is from now on, unlike what it was like in my last playthrough, whereas if you got the 3 parts, the mech started with weapons. I don't think they will, so they'll be empty. And at this stage, we can't arm them. So yeah, we're just going to have to do contracts and build up salvage and do what we can. So let's negotiate this sucker. So at this point, the salvage would be important. This interface has changed a little bit. For one, I don't have a bar to change the reputation anymore. Oh, it just does it automatically. Okay. Like, because if I take less money and less salvage, that did go up slightly. Seems like you have to do quite a bit, though, to get it to matter. Okay, so 1 of 6. I'm just trying to see where the different salvage levels are at. I'm not sure how much salvage is going to be. I think I'm just going to go with the 50-50 mark for now, though. All right, let's accept that. All right, so definitely we're going to have Gnarly in this mission. And we'll put her here. We're going to have my pilot there. I have to decide between... Oh, Truck is definitely coming in. Let's put her in the last slot. So it's between Mothman and these are the same. These 2 pilots are the same. So we'll go with, I guess, Revere. Doesn't really matter. Okay, so that is our pilot lineup. I think... As far as firepower goes, I'm going to put the Vindicator. Truck. I'm going to give me the Jenner. We'll go... Good question after that. I mean, these 2 are going to be just as bad at gunnery skill, and normally speaking, I would go... gunnery skill would be the Panther. So should I switch in for the Panther? It's actually a good question. Because the idea with the Panther is going to be firing at range. I think no. I think we just go ahead and we'll give the Panther to Revere. We'll give the Commando to Gnarly. All right, that will be that. Let's go ahead and deploy. All right, here we go.
Command interface initiated.
All right, this is the last known position of the enemy Lance Commander. Advance and get eyes on them. Let's see how badly damaged they really are. Good hunting, Commander. Oliveira, out. Now, I will point out, I've already done this mission. Unfortunately, the game crashed when I was...
Confirmed.
Loading out of the mission, more or less. So, this is the second time I'm doing this particular mission. Fortunately, this is the day the DLC and patch are released, so it may be a little buggy. Hopefully we don't get much more of that. Okay, let's go ahead and move on out. Now, fortunately, because the mechs I have, most of them aren't going to have to really worry about the heat that I can generate, except for the Jenner.
Hostile on
that I have here. So we have one contact. Last time I did this mission, there was 3 enemy. I do think there's a little bit of randomization every time you go into a mission, so it's probably not going to be the same enemy that I faced last time. But last time it was 3 light mechs, so I expect the same thing here. I am going to aim for 40-minute episodes for every episode, but we'll see where battles are. If it looks like I'm close to the end of a battle, I will push it through, as long as it doesn't seem like it's going to take too much longer. Okay. Now let's just confirm. Yeah. No medium mechs. We've got one contact there, one contact there. Move the commando up. I'm a little concerned about this one because he's behind this ridge that I won't be able to contact him. This guy's in the mineral field. The AI really likes to camp these mineral fields. So we'll see what we get with that. But now I'm just going to move up.
On my way.
We're going to fire what we can at it. Got a third contact over here. Unfortunately, we don't have any line of sight. So one of the things that I discovered, and I am having to kind of relearn this, looking at the different icons. So being in cover gives you 20%. Having bulwark on gives you 20%. And having guarded on gives you 20%. So if all 3 of those are on, you could get up to 60%. I'm guessing that is what is going on here. I haven't seen all 3 be applied yet, but I have seen 2 here, and it does add up to 40%. So that is indeed the case. So actually, it seems like bulwark is even better than it used to be, because I thought it halved the damage. So yeah, it isn't as good. Yeah, that's right. All right. Well, let's go ahead and attack here. These are not good shots, so I'll turn off the SRM2.
We'll go.
We got Commando 2D. That's actually scary. Because that's the one that can really output a lot of damage. We'll see what we can do about that. So we'll go with the Panther next. I can get a shot if I move up. So we'll try and burn down that invasion. They have a 30% chance to hit. And of course, the mineral field is going to make these shots even worse. At least I seem to remember that being the case. Maybe they've changed it. But we can hover here and see. Yeah, mineral field +4. Fire away. Nope. Didn't expect that to hit. You never know. We might get lucky here. All right. Fortunately, I cannot get vision on the other mech. I was kind of hoping I could. We're just gonna have to go after the. Looks like they're at 50% health, which I think is what it was like before. Now I didn't face a Commander 2D, so that is definitely a different opponent. I am gonna fire the SRM4 just because I think the shot is pretty important.
All weapons committed.
That was a lot of missing, sadly. Hopefully we get a good shot with the Vindicator moving up here.
Got it.
Are both the PPC
Okay, I'm on
and...
it.
You really need to hit it with the PPC. There we go. That's actually amazing. Now, I don't remember where the real heavy weapons are. I don't think it is in the left arm. As a matter of fact, there may not be anything in the left arm on a 2D. Okay, we'll see what this is in a second. Or not. Maybe a Panther or something that doesn't have a lot of movement. Yeah, we took out a medium laser. So the real firepower is still there. So as a result, really, I think my pilot should move. And I should try and take this guy out. I'm going to risk taking some damage here just to try and take him out. I'm even going to use Precision Strike to try and nuke him down, so he's not a threat. Because otherwise, I'm a little concerned. So, Precision Strike. Go for the center torso to get the kill. We will turn off the SRM4 just to... Yeah, I mean, if we get all these shots in the center torso, that should be a dead mech. Oh, that's right. He's got damage reduction. Whoops. But we did lower his initiative, so that means we're going to be able to hit him more. Panther. Fortunately, all that missed. Okay.
Ready for orders.
What's my chance to hit? 50. We could try and get close by jumping in and get the SRM-4s in there as well. I mean, it's not really any better shot, but it may... I mean, it's a little bit more firepower. It may get us what we're looking for. So I'm going to be aggressive here. Just on the hope we can do the damage that we need.
Acknowledged.
Sadly, not much to hitting there.
Commander.
What is it like if I just stay put? I can't just stay put. All right, what is it like if I move here? That's probably the best shot I'm gonna get. As a result, I'm gonna go for it, even though it kind of sucks because I'm a sitting duck, no
On the
evasion,
move.
no nothing. But I mean, if we hit with any of this, it should either kill him or cripple him. So
Firing a full salvo.
that is if any of it hits. Wow. All right. Well, I tried. We're gonna get absolutely smacked here. Okay, that wasn't too bad.
What do
Still,
you
I
need?
think we should try and finish this guy off. Well, kinda doesn't help. I mean, the leg hit, yeah, it knocks him down, gets initiative down. It is a Panther. I'm not too surprised with that. Yeah, well, that's going to be a mech needing repaired. Okay. I may just go up and stomp on him.
Orders.
So Gnarly should probably move here, so not just a sitting duck. A little concerned for how this is gonna go. It's funny because the game that I did and it crashed, I didn't take really any damage. What is the thing that's damaged here? Left torso. Alright, well, I don't think there's a way I can move to prevent that from getting hit.
Moving out.
We're just gonna have to do what we can. I'm gonna go after the Panther here, though. Even though the Commando is probably the smarter target, this is gonna be more likely hit. So... and we're really whiffing here with a lot of these shots. I mean, they're not great shots. I'm not surprised to see this shot. We really got lucky there. Okay. So as I said, heat being what it is for me, I feel like I have no choice but to go in and stomp this guy. Because if I attack with weapons, I'm just going to overheat. Let's go here, just so we can put our back to this. It's not likely the Panther's going to get behind me. 95% chance to land here. It may not kill him, but great angle.
Engaging physical attack.
Okay. Well, that should get rid of the
Enemy
damage
mech
potential.
damage detected.
The problem is, sure, that got rid of the damage potential. This guy can still come up and hit me, though.
I'm here.
So I feel like I may have to waste shots here. But you know, it gets a kill,
Way.
gets it over with. I think it's a Panther up, so if we do need to punch, we can. I mean, look at this shot. It's a terrible shot.
Roger that.
It's actually a really likely chance we won't hit him. Okay, we did get it, though. We actually got both legs destroyed,
Stand before me?
so that's actually going to be more salvage, so that's good. I do want a 2D if I can get it.
Yep.
And then in this case, the one that is going to probably be the easier target is here, so we'll fire everything we've got here. Okay, we just killed the pilot.
Hostile removed.
Awesome. So that,
Come on,
okay.
people, let's
You know,
make
I'll
it
take
happen.
that, because that's actually not a bad... Ooh, okay, that did make me a little nervous. We need to get the commando out of there, just so we don't have anything like, you know, we don't want to have happen here.
Hey, wait your command.
Sadly, I really can't get into it. I mean, I can hit this guy as hard as I can, which we'll do. I could go precision strike here, and it actually does make sense to do that. Because we're going to lower his initiative. And I'm going to go for center torso, just see if we can get a quick kill on him. We didn't land, but... Okay, so now we can do pretty much whatever we want. I had a turn to cool down. So I could get in behind him. And just open up on him. At close range. What would be the shot chances? 60% into the rear. That's not bad. I'm going to do it. It does make me kind of a sitting duck, but... we got to go for the kill here, if we can get it. Does sound like we're going to overheat, so I'm going to have to turn the SRM-4 off, sadly. Please don't whiff. Oh my. Well, that was... that wasn't good. I mean, odds weren't great even still, but, you know, we really needed those to hit. Well, the best I can do is... I actually probably can't move into a spot. I mean, I could get out of his line of sight, but... going into cover and just hitting him... I feel like I'm going to have to take that risk. Okay. You know what I'm going to do? Just as a precaution. Because we almost have this battle done. Come on. Menu. There we go. I'm going to... Okay, it's not letting me save the game. Probably because I started a move. After this move, I'll just save the game as a precaution in case the game crashes again. Yeah, we'll fire everything.
Everything I've got.
Even though... There we go. That's actually good, because it's going to lower his initiative even further, giving us another pilot hit.
Scored a critical
I actually
hit.
kind of hope he doesn't die, because I didn't get to save it. Okay, no. Alright. I'm going to put in a save here, just as a precaution in case it does crash, because that did happen before, so... yeah, confirm. Alright. Let's go ahead and use the Vindicator here now. May want to jump down and get closer. That doesn't mean the LRM-5 isn't going to have a good shot. Might be a more ideal spot. Let's see. No. No. Here? I mean, the medium laser isn't as good of a shot. But that might be the best shot we can get here. Alright, let's see if we can kill this guy before he gets a chance to go. Because we are going after him, it will overheat. So maybe that was a... Oh, man, I messed up. We're not going to be able to hit him with the PPC. Not unless we turn off the medium laser and the... Oh, no. Alright, well, we got to go with the PPC. Because it's got the best chance to hit and it will do the most damage. Alright. We cannot take out the leg. I can't really take out anything here. Unless I hit the head. So let's hit the head. Or attempt it.
Tango down.
Okay, I guess I got some crits there. Alright. So that's all the survivors destroyed. Commander, well done.
Mission
So fingers
successful.
crossed here we don't have a crash again. Alright. let's see what we get salvage-wise. So this is going to be damaged. We are going to have to repair that. All right, so unfortunately, I only have one choice here. I got a lot of Panther. Oh, you know what? I thought we killed the Commando with the leg takeouts, but I must have been mistaken because I've got all these Panther choices and not the Commando choice. Well, I think we have to go with the off chance that we may get a Panther here. It's not really likely, but it's possible because we get 6 salvage things here. So, hey, we got it. So we're going to get a full Panther here. And we got a heat sink and a jump jet. Now, again, if I'm remembering correctly what I saw with my setup, I may not have done this the way I wanted, but I'm fairly certain that we're not going to get it armed up. Hey, we did it! So that was the point that it crashed at before, when it was loading from the salvage screen to here. All right, so the Panther 9Rs are solid all-around mechs. A bit on the slow side. They make up for it with jump jets, considerable armor, and a hefty punch from their trademark PPC. They've even been used in physical slugging matches to good effect. So if we come into the bay here, yeah, the Panther's not armed. So we don't have any weapons. So we can't really do anything with it yet. Now I could go into the store and buy weapons, but that's going to be for another video. In any case, I hope you guys have enjoyed this first video. This is Mouse Gunner, signing out.